Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my content, and welcome back to Football Coach College Dynasty. Alright, so we're getting to the end of the first season as the Minnesota Golden Gophers, and we have a big game coming up against Penn State. If we beat Penn State, we may have a shot at I'm not going to say winning the division, but playing in the championship to get our asses probably kicked. Otherwise, after Penn State, we got UCLA and Wisconsin. So we'll see how this stretch goes. Who knows what's going to happen? But anyway, Penn State is next up to bats. Okay, well, we should be able to shut down their rushing and passing game. Sacking them is going to be even Steven, and they should be able to shut down all of our offense. So it's looking like a defensive matchup. Granted, our defense has been phoning it in lately. Are there any visitors for Penn State? There are. Matchup history, Penn State has so far dominated this meeting. Can we put a dent in that? Now that I'm the coach, let's see. So we've called heads, and it is heads. We're going to defer to the second half and play ball. Right, it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1. Punt. Good deal. Offensive, or well, the coordinator wants to come out passing. And we're punting. Big gain for them on 1st down. Another big gain for them, and it's a touchdown. So 2 plays score to go a considerable amount of yards. And we were stopped. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 8. Ooh, look at that. Interception return for a touchdown. Our defense said not so fast. Second and 9, 3rd and 5, 4th and 7. Let's change to chew clock. And we're punting. 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, 2nd and 2, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 8. Touchdown for Penn State. Crap. Interception. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, First and 10, touchdown. And that's the end of the half. Alright, first and 10, first and 10, second and 10, third and 3, second, fourth and 2. They punted. Wants us to go for it on fourth down. We're going to punt. Second and 5, first and 10, second 11, third and 6, fourth and 6. "44-yarder, sure. 10 to 21. Okay, second and 16, third and 16, first and 10, second and 10, third and 14. And we're punting. Fourth and 9, punt. Let's make it respectable. Kick the field goal. What happened here? Successful onsides. Wow. Seems we've Alright. Again. I mean, we have 2 timeouts. There is a slim chance in HE double toothpicks we could get a first down and still manage to score a touchdown and tie up this game. I don't see it though. We're just gonna make it more respectable. Kick the field goal. What? Special team. Field goal. Take the points. And the kick failed. 16-21. Let the clock run out of the game. We lost to Penn State. Who would have guessed it? the stat line showing that we outgained them in passing and rushing, and we dominated the time of possession, but yet we still lost. Wide receiver out for the season. We can't afford that. Alright, so we're going to have to change to a 5-player rotation to keep the freshmen out of the lineup. Yes, we already have a freshman in the lineup, but okay, rushing and stop the run. Lock in the focus. I believe we've accomplished that. I don't know if we're going to accomplish this though. Have a single player record 970 rushing yards. Alright, we have a game against UCLA. That could go anyway. UCLA is favored. I believe we are the better team though. Or should be. UCLA has a bunch of visitors in this game. And an Owen. There we go. Alright, it's tails. UCLA wins the toss. UCLA has elected to defer to the second half. We're going to play ball. It's raining. Hopefully that helps us and our supposed run team. And we're punting. Second and 4, first and 10, second and 4, third and 4, fourth and 3. I made a field goal. We fumbled. We're punting. They made another field goal. We're kicking our own field goal. Second and 6, third and 6, first and 10, second and 10, third and 7. They're punting. Touchdown. Second and 5, third and 5, first and 10, second and 9, third and 8, fourth and 8. Alright. Looks like we're punting. First and 10, second and 3. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, big gain. They're now in scoring position at the end of the half. First and 10. Second and 17. Third and 17. Fumble. Okay, thank you. Second and 2, first and 10, second and 8, third and 6. And we just slow down at the goal line, right? Hey, touchdown. 17-6, we're up on UCLA. It's second and 17, third and 10, fourth and 10. We're punting. Big gain. Another big gain. UCLA is in scoring position. It's still the third quarter. Second and goal. Third and goal. Okay, did we hold them for a field goal? It looks like it. 17-9. We're punting. First and 10, second and 10, third and 2, first and 10, first and 10, second 11, third 10, first and goal, second and goal, third and goal, touchdown. It's a ball game. Interception. Okay, ball game is quickly changing momentum. 2nd and 6, 3rd and 3, 1st and 10, 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, 3rd and goal. Now we're behind. Bigly. Turnover on downs. Oh man, so we lost. Great. Well, not yet. We still have an outside chance of doing something here. No, not a screen pass, a short pass. And that's the game. Disappointing would be an understatement, but I had a feeling that these 4 games could turn out poorly for us. Thankfully, no injuries. This was our first season as Minnesota. What did we really expect, right? I mean, to be honest, this first season's going fairly well. Alright, rushing and... What? No, stop the run. Yes. Okay, our rivalry game against Wisconsin. So yeah, we lost these 2. currently we are barely hanging on to the top of our bracket. This Wisconsin game, I think, is going to determine who ends up on top of our bracket. But we are definitely the weakest bracket winner if we even do win the bracket. So we won't be getting invited to any conference championship game. But we're playing Wisconsin just for the rivalry purposes here. We're a pretty even Steven team, it looks like. We're a pretty even matchup. Our running back Steven Dickens is our old running back, is still trying to make player of the year. Wish we had him to run for us right now. Golden Gophers face road test. Wisconsin takes on Minnesota this week in Madison in what should be a heated rivalry matchup. The two teams are fairly evenly matched talent-wise, but Minnesota has the statistical edge this season. Minnesota has the third-ranked rushing defense, allowing just 82.7 rushing yards per game. All right, here we go against Wisconsin. Like, look, Wisconsin has. Why wasn't it allowing me to schedule visitors later in the year? I'm annoyed with whatever that was all about. Tails. Wisconsin wins the toss. Wisconsin has elected to receive the ball. All right. I have to face my Badgers. Gonna be torn here. Coaching against my favorite college team. 3rd and 10. 1st and 10. 2nd and 8. 1st and 10. 2nd and 14. 3rd and 5. 1st and 10. 2nd and 9. 3rd 1. Field goal attempt from 32 yards. It's good for Wisconsin. We're punting. What is that? Back-to-back huge plays. And a touchdown for Wisconsin. Right, field goal for us. Second and 3, first and 10, first and 10, second and 3, third and 3, first and goal, second and goal. Yeah, sometimes it just feels like our defense just phones it in. See what I'm talking about? Wisconsin's kicking our butts. Our run game has been so disappointing this year. We missed the field goal. Finally a touchdown, a bit too late. Wisconsin pretty much dominated us. So yeah, that 3-game stretch couldn't have gone any worse. Minnesota was not invited to the conference. Oh wow, what a shocker. I mean, we didn't even technically win our bracket. Wisconsin did. What happened here? Nebraska jumped ahead of us. They got their visit in. We haven't accomplished the rushing. This should have been easy for us, but sadly our team could not run the ball all year. Very frustrating. Kansas State rounds out the top 25, followed by Texas, Georgia, Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Florida State, USC, BYU, West Virginia, Colorado, Michigan State, Penn State, Nebraska, Northern Illinois. Oh, that's a slap in the face, isn't it? Our old squad, Northern Illinois, went 12-1 and is ranked number 12. Clemson, Oregon, Baylor, South Carolina, Arkansas, Oklahoma, LSU, Notre Dame, Stanford, Ohio State number 2, and Alabama number 1. what bowl do we get to attend? The Las Vegas Bowl against Cal. I mean, this is all tightening up. Now, what about the awards? That was supposed to be the awards week. Here we are. Stephen Dickens, our old running back. Justin Garcia for LSU. Xavier Houston, QB for Alabama. Blaze Marshall, QB for Penn State. And Xavier Ricks, running back for Oklahoma. The answer is Blaze Marshall, Penn State University. Okay. We got defensive lineman Weston Bardwa for Oregon. Cornerback Lane Galloway for for Oklahoma. Defensive lineman Fernando Gilmore for Oklahoma. Defensive lineman Nicholas Lloyd for The Ohio State University. And linebacker Gabriel Quinn for Syracuse. And the answer is Weston Bardwa for Oregon. All right, freshman of the year, we've got QB Leonardo Bolden for Army, QB Donald Medina for Oklahoma, cornerback Nicholas Peterson for Arkansas, Craig Spencer for San Diego State. And Jude Washington for NC State. We had a freshman that was pretty much a starting wide receiver, and he didn't make it. That's sad. Donald Medina for Oklahoma. All right, Coach of the Year. SEC, Big Ten, was not us. How about down in Mid-America, Louis Sparks, our former defensive lineman, or our former, not defensive lineman, but defensive coordinator, has taken over the position down at Northern Illinois University, and he's done so with gusto, winning Coach of the Year. Alright, All-American teams. Nothing for us on offense. Nothing for us on first team defense. Nothing for us on second teams. Third team. Nothing. Third team defense. Nada. Alright, all conference. Our defensive linemen. Our cornerbacks are not on here. We did not accomplish that goal of making the cornerback a all-conference cornerback, and I don't feel responsible for that. That it was his play that was responsible for that, not mine. One player. Okay, well, we should be done with the ceremony here. Is this the big one that we've all been fighting over? I believe so. Yeah, 1.5 million. We couldn't do it, but that saves us 1.5 million nil. It's hard to say any one recruit is worth 1.5 million nil, even if he is the 5-star recruit. Alright, let's again try to run the ball, and we're going to stop the run. Can we end the year on a high note? Get a bowl win? That would be nice. There's nothing to adjust in the depth chart. Nothing to adjust in the game plan. Alright, let's go to the Las Vegas Bowl. Cal has been in the Las Vegas Bowl a few times, it looks like. And they've lost a few times. Minnesota wins the toss. We'll defer to the second half. Let's play ball. Alright, it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 9, 1st and 10, 2nd and 9, 1st and 10, 2nd and 7, 1st and 10, 1st and 10, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 11. Touchdown. And we're punting. And we're punting. We're down 2 touchdowns. And we're punting. Run team, we are not. 3rd and 11, 4th and 13. Fumble. Come on, I don't want to end the season like this. We had a good season, and we're just going to totally blow it up at the end. It's looking that way. We're down 17. Oh, finally, we get on the board. Defense, we need you to show up here. Alright, it's ball game again. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 4, 4th and 6. ahead. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10. Big gain on 3rd down. 2nd and 1. 3rd and 2. 4th and 3. Okay, turnover on downs. Chew clock. Change play. I formation. Fullback dive. We went nowhere. Oh. 46 is pretty long. It's not automatic. There's a better than not chance we miss. We give them fairly decent field position. We are up 4. If we make this field goal, we're up 7, forcing them to have to get a touchdown. However, make it or miss it, we're up 4, so they have to still get a touchdown. They have to get a touchdown to win, but if we score 3 here, a touchdown ties it up and puts it in overtime. However, if we convert the 4th down here, there's a good chance we put this game away. I think there's more upside to trying to convert the 4th down. And I don't even know what play to call because I don't trust my offense at all. All right. 4th down conversion. That was big. All right, well, we've got it down to 2 minutes. It's 4th and 2. This field goal is much closer to being automatic. I think we have to take it. That forces them to have to score a touchdown in 2 minutes. Oh my god, we missed the automatic fucking... Really, game? Wow. Just wow. First and 10. 2nd and 10. 1 minute left. 2nd and 17. 3rd and 11. 4th and 1. 30 seconds left. 4th and 1. They converted it. 19 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Interception. We win. I can't believe we missed that field goal. Oh well, we got the bull win. That's what matters. All right, for first season, it was acceptable. We got a bull win. We accomplished most of our goals. Okay, we have 18 seniors leaving. We're picking up 17 guys. So that will leave us one free spot to play around with transfers. Maybe we can get someone big in the transfer pool. Let's check out postseason, see what's going on. Okay, Northern Illinois got beat in the first round of the playoffs by LSU. So right now we have Ohio State and Oklahoma over here, LSU and South Carolina over here. Am I blind? Where's Wisconsin? They're there. They won their bowl game. We did do recruiting, right? Yes. Okay, Ohio State beat Oklahoma. It's LSU versus Ohio State for the national championship. All right, Ohio State wins the national championship. We went 8-5, respectable enough year. We got a bowl win. Won at least 5 games, exceeded the athletic director's expectations. Fan base passion change. Seems our fan base passion actually went up. We kept our promises with Nathan Byer, quarterback Hudson Gibson, the kicker. We gained integrity. So the cornerback situation netted us a -1 loss overall, but still we have pretty high coach integrity, so all is good. Right, we get an upgrade. No badges though. We're gonna go even Steven. Sure. What about the other coaches? Wyatt gained training. And the defensive coordinator got nowhere. He did not. But defense was 22 by production, so yeah, it was a rough year. It was a rough year for our defense. Current contract signed in 2029. 4-year contract at an 800 salary. Leave it alone. I'd rather have the cheap salary. I don't think he's going to get poached for me. He didn't perform that well this year. Well, he performed okay. Yeah, I don't want any of these jobs. Retain. Is there any way we can get our own? Probably not. We're losing a few talented guys.
A lot of players wanting to transfer there.
You're projected number 2 on the depth chart. Third on the depth chart, huh? With F potential. It's all the linebackers that are like, I want to leave. Alright, well, you're predicted to be first in the depth chart, so have your snaps. Yeah, I have no idea if you're going to turn out any good. Second in the depth chart, huh? $20 targets? You're blocking back, right? What a mess this year is.
No, you're gone. Get 25 targets. Wow. I'm making a lot of promises, and I'm not sure I can keep them. Okay, this tight end is a sophomore. At 72 overall. Where this other tight end who's being uppity is a junior at 73 overall. You know, I'm gonna let him go, I think. Okay, so your junior offensive line, your junior linebacker. Yeah, we can let you go. Yeah, we're gonna let you go. Alright, we're thinning out the squad, evidently. We're letting some guys go. That's 3 guys. Okay, 2 players from Minnesota have been selected to the draft. Let's just go ahead and view that. Round 3, both 2 corners. I'm curious how how did Northern Illinois do? No players found? Okay. Can't look at the depth chart right now, can I? Alright, those are the QBs. Gibson's a junior, so he can start for us next year. Got some freshmen coming up. This guy is what he is. Trevor Bunch, who just did not perform. Maybe he'll have a better year this year. we've got a young set of receivers. Oh wow, we got a guy from Medford here. Interesting. Okay. Tight ends. Got a promise for this guy to play in 30% of snaps. You're a route runner. All right, the offensive line. Both of these guys are solid. They should. I think we're going to have an okay offensive line this year. There's no reason all of these guys shouldn't end up in the 80s. Who is this guy and why is he on the squad? Good question. Alright, so if I was going to go after any position, can I try to bring in a running back? Or our defense might not be looking as good as it was. We may lose a lot of defensive talent here. Sophomore, freshman, sophomore, junior. Not sure I'm too keen on our defensive line. Linebackers. Sophomore. Sophomore. Both of those guys should end up starters. These guys I'm very unsure about. But I made them promises. And then we don't have much depth at linebacker. We do have a few people coming in, I suppose. Okay, we got a couple solid corners. I promised him 40% of snaps. However, he could easily end up not being the best man for the job. Worried about that. Alright, so we saw what we saw there. Let's all recruits, transfers. Don't necessarily need QBs, wide receivers, tight end. I like to look at offensive linemen, though I don't think we need them. I'm curious about defensive line, linebacker, safety. Alright. What do we got here? Let's sort by the best of the best. Junior, 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 sophomore, B-. Junior, sophomore, A+. those are the kinds of guys that we would like to get our hands on right there. This guy doesn't look horrible. Kind of interesting. He's durable. I hear we got a freshman. Offensive lineman. We got 2 freshman offensive linemen. No durability. It's durable. It's a freshman. Good potential. He's someone we can look at. Lousy durability. Lousy durability. I like the fact he's durable. It's interesting. I don't know if we're going to go after him, but I'll throw him on the list. Yeah, I don't like that guy at all. Why is he rated so high? No idea. I'm going to be going this low, I want a freshman. So this low in the talent pool has to be pretty much a freshman, because I'm investing in the long term. If I'm grabbing a guy in the low 70s like this. A freshman with a potential. Like this. C plus durability is alright. Take a look at you. I mean, B plus is pretty close to an A. He's got good durability. He's interesting. F minus durability. Damn it. A lot of running backs. down here in this low in the 60s, I'm really kind of looking for an offensive lineman more than anything. A- durability. Right. I'm curious. He's a sophomore. What am I even looking at? I don't think I've even targeted an offensive lineman yet. Is there no offensive lineman worth a crap in this? Defensive linebacker, D durability though. Oh, what's the A- up there? Sophomore. Oh, it's running back. Good durability, good potential, freshman, defensive line. He really doesn't, he has no interest in us, but we're interested in him. Here's an offensive line freshman. C plus is alright. Let's target him. Other defensive line. Good durability. Alright. Alright, I think that's enough. What did we all target? Wow, 2 pages of crap, huh? Indeed. Let's sort by position. Huh? My targets? What am I looking at here? I didn't target any quarterbacks. Why are you showing me? What are you showing me? Who are these? Why are they here? These are people I'm trying to recruit, right? Okay. Alright, we got 2 sophomores. B. A minus. Okay, who are the offensive line that we've managed to target? D- durability. P durability. I've just caused myself a whole lot of decisions here. Alright, let's try to put them in some sort of a priority order here. I wish I could just remove these guys from the... I think it's this guy that I'm most interested in right now. Well, actually, no, this linebacker has me pretty interested as well, as does this safety. well, let's try to throw some targets on people. Are you gonna get the ace? You're gonna get the ace. Okay, offensive lineman. These two? Well, that's a running back. Yeah, I suppose we should put something on this guy, seeing as we've spent nil on him. We don't want him to slip away. We've used all of our pitches. We went a little overboard here, looking at people. Right, so that safety is intrigued by us. We gave him an offer. How much nil is he expecting? about giving him all that nil quite yet. Let's show the guys that currently have a... What? Didn't I just give people offers? We might as well just remove these guys. They're so far gone, we don't have a shot at them, and we're not even really trying. Probably the same thing with these guys. These guys are naturally interested, and we're not putting much effort into them. Let's give an offer on these guys. Just because. No, it's this linebacker that I want to have that. Alright, let's advance recruiting week 3. And then we have to decide, are we going to throw nil at anyone? No. So we'll just remove you. This safety is really no chance. Running back. Yeah, I think we have to remove you. You're too far gone. Of these 2 offensive line, this one is going to go. This guy just naturally wants to join us. How much nil is he being offered by Army? 1.5. I mean, he's a good linebacker. There's no doubt about it. But a lot of these guys I'm looking at are good, no doubt about it. I mean, this safety wants to join us. How much do we need to lift the penalty? 700 seems high. $620. Who are we competing with? Ohio State. I mean, he really wants to join us, but do we need to throw that much nil at him? He's not having any nil currently thrown at him. Can we get away with... I don't know. a small amount of nil. Oh, heck. Let's do it. Alright, are we going to land any of these guys? I don't really want to spend this much nil. It's kind of goes against my cheapskate mentality. However, I wouldn't mind actually landing a couple of them, so let's see what happens. Alright, signing day. Okay, you're a defensive lineman we threw a little bit of nil at. Linebacker. I think this was kind of the guy we wanted the most. We got him. $1.2 mil. We spent less than the other guys who attempted. Honestly, I think he was probably the best defensive transfer in the whole works. Okay, we didn't seriously go after him with nil, so he didn't like that. This offensive lineman. Oh, these are our high school guys, so no nil spent. And these are more transfers. The Ohio State University beat us out on this one. We were pretty close here, not quite though. No nil deal. Okay. Well, these must have been guys that we were just like, yeah, we're not going to try on them. Okay, so we did land one transfer, and he was a pretty good transfer. So I think objective accomplished. So here's our recruiting class, 18 players, 18 seniors leaving. And there should be one transfer in here somewhere. That's this guy here. Team recruiting ranking, huh? How did we do? Way down here. I don't like this whole recruit ranking thing because it just doesn't make sense. It's like it rewards people that, you know, sign like 35 players. And why would you do that when you don't even have room for 35 players on your squad? So, yeah, I've never been a fan of this screen. Okay, we're up to 5 prestige now. Good. All right, nil spending. Back to 5 million. Coaching staff, resolve debts. Stadium, spend to cover maintenance. Facilities, spend to cover maintenance. College life, spend. No, reset. Spend to cover maintenance. Cover maintenance. Cover maintenance. Alright, we have 10 million money remaining. We want that in facilities. We can't make. We are level 8. Huh? We got a little money back because we can't spend to level 9. We don't have enough money. So we're stuck at level 8 facilities right now. Stadium, we're close to an increase. Marketing, we're very close to an increase. So spend to level 7 marketing. And spend to level 7 stadium. Okay. And then the rest goes into facilities. sad that we're not able to get our facilities up, but it is what it is. Okay, we got a booster coming back. No realignments. Okay, schedule. Northern Illinois. Do we? Go after our old team? Notre Dame, single away will pay us $2 million. I'm gonna go after our old team. So not only are we going after Miami, Ohio, we're going after Northern Illinois. Okay, Purdue, Maryland. Nebraska will be a little rough. Northwestern. Michigan will be a bit rough. Illinois. Michigan State will be a bit rough. Northern Illinois, USC. Be rough. Okay, so rough year, it looks like. What can we realistically? 1 win, 2 win, 3 wins. 4 wins. 4-1. 5-1. So the beginning of our year, once again, goes pretty well. 5-1. 5-2. 6-2. 6-3. I don't know. Too close to call. 6-3. We should be able to beat USC. We didn't though. So this could go 6-4. This could go 6-5. This could go 6-6, or it could go the opposite. So we're what, 6-3 up into Michigan State, realistically. So 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 9-3 if these three go well, or 6-6 if they go bad. All right. We'll go with it. So we were 81-86 last year. I have a feeling our defensive quality is going to go down. Wonder if we can get the offensive quality to go up, though. Okay, position changes. I don't think we'll be doing any of that. All right, the all-important part, the off-season games. Right, immediately I'm seeing less people in the 90s. Although I'm seeing 2 offensive linemen up here pretty high. That I like to see. Run blocking, pass blocking, 83, 88. Nice and well rounded. Pass blocking 100, run blocking 67. Okay. Okay, here's our running back. Looking nice. Here's the 3rd offensive lineman. All right, straight up, I have to say from what I'm looking at right now is our run game should be a bit better. Well, should be. This one offensive lineman has bizarrely low run blocking skill. Okay, kicker went up. Good deal. Okay, so this corner. Okay, here's another offensive lineman. Good run blocking. Good enough running blocking, I should say. QB didn't exactly change much. He got stronger, more evasive, and better ball security. Well, the ball security is nice, but his QB skills could have, I don't know, changed. Honestly, I think his QB skills went down. 90, 81, 81. 90. Okay, his arm strength went up a little bit. His accuracy went up a little bit, but his QB IQ went down. Alright, these are linebackers that we promised. Or well, that's a linebacker I promised snaps. Got a good gain, so hopefully that works out. And this wide receiver we promised targets. His route running's decent. He might end up our slot receiver. And he might get his targets. Tight end, 30% of snaps. 40%, you're an 80. Okay, so here's where the 80s end. Alright, this safety almost reached 80. He's at 79. That's respectable. That's not too shabby. Here's a 79 offensive lineman. Is he our 5th offensive lineman? Running back. Ooh, hello. 97 speed. 90 ball security, 90. I like this guy. B+ durability. He's a senior? Where was he last year? I don't remember this guy last year. He might do well for us. Interesting. A QB who wants to compete for the starting job. 87 QB IQ, 81 arm strength, 81 accuracy. What do we got here? The other kicker, who's just like 64.90, 66.92, 63.84, 65, 86. Yeah, you're trying. You're still not going to start. A- durability, well, that's a good thing. Oh, you were the guy I was working on turning into a fullback because you had beautiful run blocking and pass blocking out of the gate, and you've got good durability. 76, 76. So you improved on your run blocking and pass blocking, and you got stronger. Oh yeah, full back here. All right, we have the tools that we should have a very good running game this year. If we have lackluster performance like we did last year, I'm going to be very annoyed because with a fullback like this leading the way, all right, 70s end where? At 61. And do we have a couple 50s left on the squad? We do. They did not get out of the 50s. An offensive lineman only gained 1 point in the offseason. I'm not impressed, man. You gotta do better than that. Same thing here. Very lackluster gains on these offensive linemen. Who's this guy? Running back, sophomore running back, went nowhere. This QB is like, went nowhere. Yeah, it is what it is. I guess we'll see how we turned out. I do feel like the offensive line and the running situation has gotten better. Alright, that's our QB situation. I like him. I like him. And I like him. We could go with a 3-man rotation this year. Yeah. So we'll have the fullback, this speedster, and then our primary. He's kind of an all-around back, right? He's a third down back. He can catch and route run. He's the breakaway back. And he's the guy that clears the way for those two. Alright. Wide receiver-ish. 4 guys in the 80s, 2 almost in the 80s. Yeah, good enough. And we can actually play him this year without having to worry about playing a redshirt freshman. Actually, we only have 8 wide receivers. Seems a little thin. That'll work though. Tight ends. I think you're going to get your snaps, no problem. And here's the main thing I want to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4. He rounds out the top 5. He's strong. His run blocking is a little lackluster. We're definitely going to be training his run blocking. Otherwise, we have 84, 86. Run blocking a bit low here, 83. Sophomore, freshman. Alright, the reserve guys are a little on the weak side. He's not bad. These two. So hopefully, what's the durability on these guys? A-? Yeah, Yeah, this crazy guy who doesn't have any run blocking has terrible durability. A plus, D, B plus. So we've got a couple of guys who are questionable, and we got guys who are quite durable. In fact, you're a sophomore, you're a sophomore. We only have one senior in the front five. Okay. I'm happy with the offensive line this year. This is where we get to see, have we gone backwards? Our defensive line was definitely a 4-3 last year. We had a lot of quality in defensive line. This year, we're looking more like a 3-4. We have two decent guys, and then we have who's going to fill that third spot? Linebacker-wise, we're looking strong. Strongish. So we have 6 linebackers that I would consider decent. These two are a little weak. I'm happy with these 4 linebackers though. We had an amazing secondary last year. We had like 4 corners that were, I think, in the 90s or something like that. Now we have 2 corners in the 80s. Good enough for government work, I would say, but a step backwards on our secondary. And safety, we now have a 90 at the safety position and an 80 at the safety position, and you're wanting to get snaps. These 4 safeties they're solid. Okay, the secondary was just incredible last year. But our defense really didn't perform last year, did it? And I think it's because we just didn't have the right linebacker core. I'm hoping that we have developed more into a 3-4 than the 4-3 we were last year. I think that's the situation that really hit us. Our defense was not designed for what we were running. Though I don't expect our defense to be rated as an 86 this year. I'm expecting it probably to drop down to 83 or 84. I'm going to guess 83 will be our rating. And our offense is going to go from 81 to maybe 83. So I'm thinking we're going to have a more well-rounded 83 type team where it was 81-86. But that's just a guess. Alright, I think I need to work on the quarterback, at least his IQ, to fix that. Running back, am I going to put any effort on the running backs? They're juniors, or excuse me, they're seniors, and I don't usually like to invest in seniors. However, I might give Trevin Bunch a little more strength, as I think I'm going to want him to be our short yardage back, unless I let our fullback be our short yardage back. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. He's got adequate ball security and really good strength already. So short yardage, third down. I'd like to see this guy be more of the workhorse back with 97 speed. Alright, I don't think I will put any investment into these guys. Maybe I'll stick a couple of strength increases into Elias to make him a better short yardage back. Maybe I should give him some better ball carrier vision. Anyway, I think he'll get a little bit of training. Wide receivers we'll ignore. Tight ends. I don't think we need to spend any time on the tight ends. I think we'll put most of our effort into our offensive line. I believe we have some strangeness going on here still in the offensive line that needs to get work done. Being his run blocking, his run blocking. And maybe some strength on this sophomore. Yeah, he could definitely do with becoming a better backup. Kicker wise, we'll just invest in him. I mean, do we want to bump up his punting power this year? I don't know. Let's just stick with his kicking power, and we'll just deal with the fact we have a shitty punter. Defensive wise, we need to figure out who our ends are. We got a 73-61, so you're looking like a nose tackle in my opinion. 81-72. Okay, he needs more pursuit. He's going to be an end. And similar situation here. Oh, terrible speed. He's a nose guard, so yeah, we're gonna have to work on turning him into an end. Do we have anybody that's short on durability here we have to worry about? Yeah, he's short on durability, of course. Linebacker wise, middle linebacker, I think. I don't know. You could play anything because you're just really good. 63-79, 78. Okay, here we have an outside linebacker. Lewis is for sure an outside linebacker. And 76-81. Yeah, I think these two are the outside linebackers, Lewis and Enrique. which makes these two the inside linebackers. Actually, that works out well. We've got very high tackling, and defensive IQ, better here. Yeah, inside, outside. Corners will be whatever they work out to be, and safeties will be whatever they work out to be. Okay, so I feel okay about the team. I was worried that the defensive quality would drop off too far. But looking at this, it has dropped a little bit, but not a huge amount. I think we'll go from an 86 to an 83 or an 84, somewhere in there. Offensive-wise, I think we're better. And really, it was the offense that was killing us last year. We were not able to run. We just weren't able to establish the run game at all. This year should be different. So I have a good feeling about this year. We have 12 seniors this year. We got a ton of freshmen. Okay, and starters by, so of our 12 seniors, 10 are starters. So our team is fairly young. Things are looking good in Minnesota. We are looking at a probably similar year to last year. We're certainly not going to be playing Ohio State for the conference championship, I don't think. We can probably win our bowl game. Will we be ranked? I would hope that we might be on the edge of being ranked, like 20 to 25-ish, win a bowl game, maybe have about 8 wins this year. 8. So yeah, really very much a lot like last year, but with a better running game. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time, all, peace.